So let's say we have an application in which we have to list a list of names. So in this case, I have a name 0 inside of my outbox, and it's right here with the instance name of outbox, and I'm saying outbox.text is equal to name 0. So if I test this now, it says name 0. All right. So let's say for this application we need to have many names, hundreds of them. What can we do? We can't simply say this. It's just too much. But let me just show you first how to actually append a lot of text to each other. So what we eventually want is a list of names with their number. So name 0 and then name 1 and name 2, 3, 4, etc. Go and delete these because this is just an example. So in this case, if I save and test this, it will say name 4 and nothing else. Why? Because we are saying in here outbox.text is equal to name 0, and then we're saying it's equal to name 1, and then we're saying it's equal to name 2. So we're actually changing its value. But what we want is actually to add to the value every time. So you might think I'll just say plus equals save and test, and you can see it does do the job, but it gives me a warning saying that doing this will be a slow process. So what do we use instead of this? We use append text, which is a function. So outbox dot append text, open and close braces around your text. Alright, so let's delete these and copy this a few times. Say 1, 2, 3. Alright, so if I test this, you can see it has a string of names. Alright, so we actually want an enter behind every name. So we can say plus /n, and this will give us an enter or a line break. So if I test it now, you can see I have a name and then a line break and then the next name. But we can't do this hundreds of times. We can't write hundreds of lines in here and go change every name. That will simply take too long. So for this case, we have loops. There are many kinds of loops, but this time we will concentrate on the for loop, which is the most commonly used loop as far as I know, and it's actually pretty easy to understand. So to define a for loop, we say for open parentheses and then specify a variable. Inside of a for loop, the variable name is mostly I. So we say for I, data type to integer, so int, is equal to 0. So we have created a variable of type int, and it's equal to 0. Then we say how long is this loop going to run? Well, I want this loop to run until I is equal to, let's say, 10. So I say as long as I is less than 10, I plus plus, close parentheses, and open and close curly braces. Alright, so this will run 10 times. So it will go, whatever I put in here will execute 10 times. So what I can do is put this line in here, and it will actually do this 10 times. So if I save this and test it, you can see I have name 0 10 times. Pretty simple. Alright, so what if I want to number them? Because I don't want to have 10 times the same name. Well, I can simply delete this number and say plus again and put I in there. And if I test this now, it says name and then the value of I on the current time. So what this actually does is it creates the variable of I, it puts it to 0, and then it looks what's the value of I. And if the value of I is less than 10, it will increase I by 1 and then go inside the loop and do this and then go here. And then it's going back again and checking, is I less than 10? If it is, it will do this again. If it's not, it will simply stop. That's how simple it is. And let's see, there are many kinds of loop as I have mentioned. There's the for each loop and the while loop, and loops are mainly used to list arrays, and we will learn about arrays pretty soon. But for now, practice with the for loop. Good luck, and thank you for watching.